thinks funny aren't funny.
Give me cocks all the time. I want cocks all over me.
The Alan Cox Show kicks ass, man.
Welcome.
Show me what you got.
You're not going to see a lot of cocks on TV.
Alan Cox from the Alan Cox Show.
I don't know what it's about you, but I can't even stand your voice.
I think you're the biggest asshole alive.
It's gonna be a great show.
Let's kick it. I'll say kick it, and you'll just kick it with a tasty groove, okay? 1, 2, 3, kick it. Kick it. Come on. God damn it. Put you one time. Kick it. What the?
Alan Cox.
Here we go. He'll ad-lib. He'll be fine.
It's the Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS.
We got a couple minutes, right? We can do something.
Yeah.
We'll have fun. The Guardians win. Hey, that's good.
Hey,
Yeah.
a win against the Yankees is a win for the nation.
There you go. Hey, I'm Alan. Bill's here.
Hey, creepy hugs, everyone. Thanks for listening to this little bit of show and watching a little bit of this show.
Yeah.
And
I did not think today we'd go into extra innings. I was like, we'll be, whatever. It's fine. Hey, Poundcake's back in Studio G, too. Oh,
Is
I'm
he
sorry.
connected?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah, you there?
Afternoon, white people.
There we go. I can now.
we
Yes,
can hear him. We can't see him. I don't know why your camera's not
pilot
working.
error on
I
my
don't know
part.
why. It's like, forget it. Y'all not showing up to work, neither am I.
Yeah, so we had it was a little screwy because we were listening to MMS in here, and but we had it on the television, so we
All
would
the
hear.
bros.
Well, we would hear the plays though before it hit
Way before,
TV,
yeah.
way before. So it was we wouldn't see what was going on until a few minutes after. But I mean, as the game went in extra innings, fortunately, I would just like to say off the top here, for the people that we work with, you're welcome, by the way, because we got the vacuuming done. Bill did the vacuuming.
All the chairs are pushed in?
I pushed all the chairs in. I walked around to make sure that everything was taken care of. And so there you go. You're welcome. That's one less thing that random people have to do around here. Yes?
All the guys were out in the, what do we call it, the pit, watching the game, and it's just so funny seeing our coworkers and our president, by the way, just backwards hat, hoodie, like, yeah, bro, yeah, get him. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh
Keith
my
came in
goodness.
here and he was like, "Oh, can't wait to listen to you guys on the way home. We're going." He's jacked.
He's a bro.
Yeah, of course.
I love it.
He's a booster.
Mm-hmm.
Why not? There's Cavs basketball tonight, So we'll talk for a few minutes. We'll get I down the line. I pull back the curtain a little bit here, but down the line, I said, look, I told Hammy and Rosie, I said, look, I know that you guys are doing your thing and you can't control the game, but this cannot preempt the Friday Get Down.
Right.
I said that we
got things that need to happen, bud.
Things that need to happen. I'm glad you guys are having fun in New York. But come on, I mean, the Friday Get Down. Otherwise, I'm not going to know when the weekend starts, and I'll just be sitting here pushing in chairs again and vacuuming again and wiping down surfaces.
And I need to know when the weekend begins because I'm going to the game on Sunday.
Yeah, we get this email this morning
tickets.
that Bill won tickets.
Yeah.
I didn't even know this was a thing. Like, how did we?
They sent out a email earlier in the week, and they said, if you would like to enter your name into the raffle for tickets later this week,
man,
email Tracy. And so I emailed Tracy, and my name was in the running, and I won. So I'm going to take my mom.
That's great.
I told a story last week about how my mom called me, and she's like, hey, when your dad dies, can you take me to a game? And I was like, let's just not wait till he's dead.
I was going to say.
We can just go to a game.
Okay.
And she's, so I'm taking my
How
mom on
committed is she
Sunday.
to that? No one's going to have to kill your dad so you can take her to this game, I hope.
I mean, whatever
That would
we
be
got to do
terrible.
to get
All right.
past the Yankees, you know?
I gotcha.
No,
Take one for literally take one for the team, Dad. I don't know what the problem is, but there it is. Okay, yeah, we get this email. I didn't even know. I guess I didn't see it. We get so many emails that I didn't see that you could enter for tickets. And it says Bill Squire and Jeremiah, who does the afternoon show next door at Kiss FM, both got tickets. Now, I figured it was one pair of tickets, and the two of you were going to have to go together.
I wouldn't mind that either.
I know your boys.
Yeah, that'd be fine. But no, I'm going to take my mom. He's taking his oldest son. So it's going to be, and they're club seats, so we get food, too.
Food.
Yeah.
Boy, that's the switch.
Mm-hmm.
That club is dynamite.
I know. Part of me is like, how much could I sell these to a Yankee fan for? make $1,000? Come on.
So
But
that's
no, I'm
tomorrow
going.
or Sunday?
Sunday.
Sunday you go.
Sunday. So it was contingent on if there was going to be a game 4
Yes.
because it's a 3-game series, and if the Yankees won today, then they could close out the series tomorrow. But now it's 1-1, and it's kind of all up in the air. So it could go 4 games, it could go 5 games. Yeah,
That's right.
I'm hoping it goes 4 in favor of the Guardians because that would be amazing to be at a clinching game. I love the clinch.
You like to clinch.
I'm a clincher.
I mean, up until recently, Poundcake was clinching here at work all day long, and but he stopped clinching.
I pinched off one loaf, and all of a sudden, I'm not a clincher
That's
anymore.
a big deal.
Do you want to be a clincher?
I mean, I was okay in my ways, but again, this was to drop weight, and it was.
I understand,
It was
but
the one
that's-
time that I was the lightest I've ever been. It only took one.
He was floating on air after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't. Well, I reacted the way I did because I didn't believe it either. I was like, is there something wrong with this scale? I didn't believe I dropped 4 pounds
That's a big loaf.
So it was 80. I weighed 185 on the weigh-in, and then the next day I did weigh myself because I was like, I'm not happy with losing 1 pound. And the next day I was like 184 and some change. And then so within that week, 4 pounds were dropped, and so then it was 180.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well, I'm just saying it's exciting because you have made a big deal about the fact that you don't ever do that at work. You do it at the morning job because there's that private bathroom, but you certainly never did it at Oak Tree.
no,
There was the one time we made you because it was at a polar blast punishment.
Yeah,
or
it was a polar
something.
blast punishment, and he broke out in hives, and
Yeah.
But
that was rough.
even before we left Oak Tree, though, I would go down into the basement on rare occasions, not often, but like if there was a time where there would be times people would send so much food up to the radio station. Someone would send me a pizza, or someone would send me, they would have a bunch of desserts or something in the office. They always used to do that stuff. And I would never tell you guys, but I would be like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it home. And
I don't like you keeping secrets from
I have a 20-minute window where I have to go, and I would go down all the way down to the basement where nobody ever was.
That's a haul, boy.
I know.
And it's like that bathroom in that basement there, the loading dock or whatever. It's like Saw.
Lights were flickering.
It's like the final scene of Saw.
That goes to show
Yes,
you
it
how.
was.
Yeah, that goes to show
That's
you
how dedicated. But
How
also,
desperate
like,
I
if
was.
you would have pooped up in, like, on the 4th floor where we were, by the time we were done at the end of the day, we were the only ones left.
It's not the
And
point.
maybe like a
That's
TAM person.
That's not how phobias work, Bill. It's not. You're trying to establish logic, and there
Good
is
point. All right.
there is none.
Phobias.
Yes, it's clearly if you
But
have.
if there's like no one around and there's no one in there, it was the exact opposite of a high traffic area.
That's not how it works. It's triggered by something. The fact that someone could walk in, someone I know, there's people in TAM all 24/7. So someone could walk in and
Not true though. There aren't people there 24/7.
There's still like board. I feel like there's board ops there that
No,
we may
that's
not
not even
know.
a position anymore.
Okay.
Everything's automated.
Okay, well then, yeah. Well, again,
That's a big load.
it was a phobia. When you have a physical reaction to something that is mental, that's triggered by something.
I understand.
So
Poundcake is now pinch loaf. Listen, that dude was calling. What were they calling you?
Poop cake.
Poop. No. Punch cake.
Punch.
The guy who emailed a couple of weeks ago referring
I
to
thought it
you
was
as
punch juice.
punch juice. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was being passive aggressive and of course referring to you as punch juice. But maybe pinch loaf is the way to go now. I don't know. Well, anyway, all of this was to say that I'm trying to be complimentary because I think that's a huge. What do they say? You have to run toward what scares you, right?
yeah,
And so that's good.
And also, I don't want to hear one person saying, "Oh, they're still the Indians to me." Nah, these are the Guardians. The Guardians are doing things different. Start calling them the Guardians. Grow up, get over it, and call them the Guardians because these guys are special.
Well, it's funny. A buddy of mine in L.A. who's a comic, and he and I go way back. He always voice texts me. So when I get his text, it's just him talking. And so I respond in kind. And he was like, how do people there really feel about the name change? It's so stupid and blah, blah, blah. And I was just kind of like, look, man, I go, yeah, you're going to have people complaining about it, but who really cares anymore?
Oh,
You know?
there's my
I know that-
appearance.
I
There's a
know
lot
they
of people
say,
they say
but-
that, but
You
you want to watch a team win, and the Guardians are the ones winning.
You wear the Chief Wahoo hat because he was also saying what an awful name the Guardians is. I said, in their defense, I think anybody who's going to change, Washington's changed to the Commanders, NFL. There's a list of names. You got to go, what name isn't being used? What word isn't owned by someone else? And you're going to end up, you're not going to come up with tigers or lions or anything like that. So spiders would have been cool. But again, this has been talked to death. But I was kind of explaining to him, I go, you're kind of limited in what you can change at teams that have been around for 100 years. Like, you're really limited in what names you can own.
Right.
There aren't many. So I don't blame that on anybody. But listen, wear a Chief Wahoo cap if that makes you feel better. Whatever, right?
Call them the Guardians.
The Guardians, the G-Men, the Guards.
Shift manager Wahoo now. He's not a chief anymore. Right. He is a rent-a-cop just trying to get by, and he is just doing what he can do. So he's not Chief Wahoo. He's just Guardian Wahoo.
He's like everybody else. Yeah. I mean, he is I do like the people, though, that are staying, to borrow a turn of phrase from the Cavaliers, all in on Wahoo. I have a neighbor, when I walk my dog and I'll do a big loop around my neighborhood, and there's a guy a couple streets over who's got the full bug on his front porch. He's got like the custom Wahoo Adirondack chairs. He's got the Wahoo flag. Sometimes he's sitting out there because he's a retired gentleman. Sometimes he's sitting out there, kind of rocking back and forth in like the full zip satin Wahoo jacket. I'm like, listen, man, if that makes you happy, God bless. If that kind of puts your head wherever your head needs to be,
it would just be.
It should have been the Buzzards, yes, but I mean, this is all spilt milk under the bridge. I've got to take a break, and then we'll have a good few minutes. We'll get to the Bill Squire Friday Get Down. We got to squeeze a lot of other things in because Cavs basketball is not far off. They're playing tonight in Orlando. It's the last preseason game. So Cavs basketball tonight on MMS. Let me take a break here, and we'll be right back.
Show on 100.7 WMMS.
To help their customers stay legal on the road for less. Play it safe with Safe Auto. Give them a call at 1-800-SAFE-AUTO or visit them on the web for your fast and free quote today.
Hey there, it's Alan for Northeast Factory Direct. I will admit I am a sucker for some of those home renovation shows. And what is the room that always ends up getting so much love and so much care and attention? It's the kitchen, because people spend arguably a lot more time in the kitchen than maybe some other rooms in the house, except for the bedroom. My man Alex, who started Northeast Factory Direct a couple of decades ago out of his garage in Lakewood, still has the same mantra today, which is that retail is for suckers. So if you're going to redo your kitchen, your first call should be to their in-house design team at Northeast Factory Direct, who will help you put the whole thing together. Now, the fine print, I'm burying the lead, is that you're going to get custom cabinetry and amazing countertops with all the finishes, and you're going to save way more on them than you would at a dedicated kitchen store because you're not paying for all the overhead and all that other stuff. So make a call to the design team. It's completely free to hit them up, and you can, even if you're to the point where you've got some measurements, you can walk them in there. Any one of their locations, they'll help you out, and you'll love how that kitchen looks and how much money you saved. West 140th in Cleveland. East side, they're in Euclid. They're in Macedonia, and online, northeastfactorydirect.com.
Designed to stand out, engineered to astound. Test drive a new Mazda today at the all-new Mazda of Kent. Mazda of Kent. We have our largest inventory since 2020, and the hottest models are here now. Come test drive the new Mazda CX-5 crossover SUVs, Mazda CX-30 CUVs, even 2023 Mazda CX-50 crossover SUVs, and more. The entire Mazda lineup at the all-new Mazda of Kent. Come experience our new Retail Evolution dealership, created with solely the customer in mind. We provide a premium experience that customers expect and deserve. U.S. News and World Report awarded Mazda Best Car Brand. Plus, Mazda has more IIHS Top Safety Pick models than any other manufacturer. Designed to stand out. Engineered to astound. Test drive a new Mazda today at the all-new Mazda of Kent. MazdaKent.com. MazdaKent.com.
If I'm being totally honest, I cannot stop thinking about them coming.
This is the moment you've been waiting for. Blink 182 are coming live in concert. Tour 2023. Travis Barker, Tom DeLonge, and Mark Hoppus. Together again. Blink 182 with special guest Turnstile. Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, May 16th. Get tickets this Monday at 10 a.m. at rocketmortgagefieldhouse.com.
The new Google Pixel 7 Pro is super, especially when it's on Verizon, the network America relies on. It's supercharged, super powered, and a super...
deal.
You know it. Now, switch to Verizon and get the Google Pixel 7 Pro on us with select trade-ins and select 5G unlimited plans.
That really is super.
Yep, there's never been a better time to switch to Verizon. $899.99 device payment purchase with new smartphone line on select 5G unlimited plans required. $200 Verizon e-gift card with ported. Less $700 trade-in/promo credit applied over 36 months. 0% APR. Trade-in conditions and additional terms apply.
People thought they could get away with it. Public officials breaking the public trust and laughing all the way to the bank.
This is Keith Faber. You can be sure they're not laughing now.
85 corrupt public officials convicted because of Faber's work. But that's not all. Then, Faber helped uncover $5 billion in unemployment fraud. Did you hear the one about the guy who went to the state auditor's office to clean things up? It's Keith Faber.
And it's no joke. As your auditor of state, I hold these people accountable. It's serious business. I'm proud we helped convict 85 dishonest public officials. That's because government corruption is like inflation you never see. You pay more and get less.
Keith Faber. Endorsed by the Fraternal Order of Police. Vote Corruption Fighting Keith Faber for State Auditor. Paid for by Friends of Faber.
My friend kept complaining about car insurance.
I need affordable insurance to get back on the road. I gotta get to work.
So I played her this song.
1-800-SAFE-AUTO. Pick up the phone, the call is free.
And she was like, play that again.
1-800-SAFE-AUTO.
Safe Auto believes everyone deserves affordable coverage. In just 3 minutes, you can save big with low down payments on state minimum coverage.
This is my jam.
Play it safe, Safe Auto.
Call 1-800-SAFE-AUTO for your quote today.
The Factory of Terror is now open. Voted one of the best haunted attractions in America. Come and check out the new zombie bar. Crawl 5 bars all in one location. Can you get out alive? The Factory of Terror is located on Mahoning Road in Canton. For tickets and information, check out FOTOhio.com.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
Of course I use Mr. Clean Magic Eraser to clean tough messes off my stovetop and bathtub. But then I discovered I can also use it to easily clean my patio furniture and even my shoes. I'm hooked.
And when wipes won't cut it, I use Magic Eraser Sheets. They're thin and flexible erasers, perfect for everyday messes, like gunk on my counters and sinks. They really are magical.
The reviews are in. Mr. Clean Magic Eraser and Sheets make cleaning look easy.
CBS Fridays.
I take full responsibility for my crime.
CAL FIRE is hungry for inmates just like you.
A new series.
Gentlemen, you work hard, you'll reduce your sentence and go home to your friends and your family soon.
Yes, sir. From the producers of Grey's Anatomy.
By the end of the night, I'm gonna know what kind of a man you are. Let's go. It's not a drill.
The fire is moving towards town. This is getting bad.
This fire's getting closer. People are in danger, man. We gotta get out of here. I'm going up there.
Fire Country. New Fridays, 9/8 Central on CBS.
Choose Molina Healthcare, the health plan with the Medicaid coverage you need. Molina offers 24/7 virtual care so you can visit the doctor from home. Amazon Prime for 90 days. Vision care with a contact lens allowance. A large network of great local doctors and much more. From your cell, dial pound 250 and say the keyword Molina Healthcare to talk to an agent today. That's pound 250. Say Molina Healthcare to learn more. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia.
Will they find a home? Sponsored by Geico. Steve is intrigued by the paranormal.
Otherworldly spirits really make a house a home, you know?
Janice has different taste.
I'd like my house to not be haunted.
Compromise is tough, but these two won't have to compromise when they bundle home and car insurance with Geico. It's easy, and they could save even more. In the end, Steve...
WMMS.
Not even, right?
Yeah.
Cavs pregame at 6:30. 7 o'clock, last preseason game in Orlando against the Magic. Who do they have? Mo Bamba? Who plays with the Magic?
I think we still got Mo Bamba.
One of those guys?
I think they had the first pick this year.
Yeah.
I can't remember the guy's name, though. But yeah, they're Orlando.
Everybody's talking about Blink 182. We played that brand new song here at MMS called Edging. And of course, they're coming through to do the Romo Fijo. However, you might have noticed this is not Blink 182. It's a band called Green Day. You ever heard of them?
I haven't.
They're dropping a 25th anniversary box set. Nimrod was their second album. It came out in 1997?
No, Alan.
1997.
Come on. You were better than this.
The 25th anniversary, yeah.
But it's not their second album.
Nimrod's not?
No.
Oh, I thought it was. Their third. I'm sorry.
Wasn't it
There was Kerplunk and then Dookie
then
and
Dookie.
then Nimrod. I'm sorry.
Nope.
Second major label album.
Second. No, because they had the one that everybody didn't like.
Blush 33 or whatever?
No. It was
Dookie was their major label debut.
It was Dookie, but then it was
Insomniac.
Yes.
Insaniac.
Was that it?
Nimrod was the third already?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess, right?
Because that had Geek Stink Breath on it. The second one, or the third one.
Yeah, so their fifth album total was Nimrod. Yeah. Anyway, I still think that Nice Guys Finish Last is the best song on the album. Everybody loves Good Riddance. They love
Good
Time of Your Life.
Different, yeah.
You know. But I love Nice Guys Finish Last. Great song.
Nice Guys Finish Last.
And so they're dropping a new box set to celebrate the 25th anniversary of Nimrod. They've dropped a brand new, well, not a new song, new to us, something that they didn't include called You Irritate Me. I would have to edit that heavily, so you'll have to find that for yourself. But this thing has got a lot of demos on it. A cover of Elvis Costello's Allison. Remember that song? Allison!
Oh,
It's going to be out on, great song. It's on January 27th. You'll be able to get it as 3 compact discs or 5 LPs, both of which are now considered legacy media.
I might spring for the 5 LPs for that Allison song.
Yeah. So you can do pre-orders now or whatever, but boy, if you had told me in 1992 that the 2 bands I didn't think would last, because what happened when Green Day blew up? Everybody told them they were like ripping off the Sex Pistols or whoever came before them. That's the eternal scarlet letter that any punk band has to wear. Is punk is not a wide range of musical sounds, right? So any band that blows up, everybody goes, oh, you're just ripping off fill in the blank. But Green Day and Weezer, I got to tell you, are 2 bands I would never have expected to still be around 30 years later. I'm glad they are. I love them both. We saw Green Day at the House of Blues before they got inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame a few years ago. It was dynamite. I hadn't seen them in a long, long time.
They're still a band I haven't seen live, so I'd love
Green
to
Day,
see
really?
them live. Yeah, seen Weezer, seen most of the bands that I've want to see. I've seen them live, but I haven't seen Green Day live. That'd be.
I've never seen
bucket
Weezer
list.
live.
I saw them at the AP Awards a few years ago. They only did like 4 or 5 songs, but they're the 4 or 5 songs I wanted to hear from them. So I'm like, this is perfect.
Yeah. Well, Green Day and Blink-182, speaking of whom, they're both doing that When We Were Young festival next year, along with all the bands that they influenced, I guess, some of their contemporaries. So this 25th anniversary box set is going to have, obviously, all of the original tracks. It's going to have demos, and it's going to have a live show from 1997 on that tour. And if you were to ask Poundcake who did that song, he probably would have said, who?
Panic at the Disco.
No, he knows them.
Yeah.
That's the thing. He knows.
He probably said Nickelback.
Is that what you would have said, Cody?
He's talking to somebody.
Oh, is he really?
He's
Oh, yeah,
typing.
he is. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He would have said Nickelback.
Yeah, something. He would have said something like out of something that made no sense to us, but to him it all sounds the same.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you said something?
No, that's okay. I said if I came back and played that Green Day song, would you have been able to know who it was?
Probably not.
Probably not. Okay. Do you have your rock and roll trivia calendar?
Yes, it's in Bill's locker. I just have to grab it real quick.
Yeah, go get it.
Go
We'll
grab it.
play
We'll do
some
that.
rock and roll trivia, and I'll
good
talk to
way.
Mike,
Yeah.
who joins us from the west coast of Ohio sometimes. Hi, Mike.
Hey, Alan, hate the show.
Thank you, sir. How are you?
Good. It's a very Class A move of you to come in here at the end and close out this wonderful week.
I see what he did. A Class A move.
Yeah,
Right. There you
yeah,
go.
yeah.
Yep. What's going on, Mike?
I wanted to get you hip to something. I think it happened yesterday, but it's a very interesting one. Well, a federal judge in West Virginia announced, and he's overturned all legal requirements for serial numbers on guns because it's not deeply rooted in American history to have serial numbers on them.
That's the originalism that they're trying to bring into
yes.
fashion. Right. Gotcha.
Yeah. It's pretty good. It's not going to cause any bad things to happen. I'm sure law enforcement loves this move. But, going off that thread of deeply rooted in American history, I wanted to give you a couple little nuggets here. John Adams wrote in the Treaty of Tripoli shortly after American independence, the government of the United States is not, in any sense, founded on the Christian religion. I can keep going.
Listen, I watched the John Adams HBO miniseries with Paul Giamatti in the title role, and that's what I remember him saying.
Yes. Thomas.
That's the one where he wasn't Howard Stern's boss.
Well.
I thought that was the one where he was trying to take down Frankie Muniz.
No, you're thinking of Big Fat Liar.
I love that movie.
Where he paints him blue, right? Or eats something that turns him blue.
So that wasn't John Adams?
No. That was Paul Giamatti, classic, legendary actor Paul Giamatti, who is...
but he played John Adams.
He did. He's such a chameleon that he can just inhabit the character. That's right. Okay, thank you, Mike.
Paul Giamatti, I got to tell you. Yeah, take it easy, Alan.
Thank you, Mike. There's Mike, who's over there on the West Coast of Ohio checking in. Hey, Steve.
Hey, Alan.
Hey.
Hey, great show as always.
Thank you.
Hey, you know how you mentioned famous people passing away every now and then?
Yes.
Mr. Coltrane, the actor that played Hagrid in Harry Potter, passed away at 72 today.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Robbie Coltrane, who I remember from, obviously people do know him from the Harry Potter films, but he was
in James Bond.
Yep, he was
Also.
the Pierce Brosnan and James Bond movies. He played like a former nemesis who was now kind of a hesitant ally. But I remember Robbie Coltrane to me was best way back when he was still like doing British comedies. He was a comedian. He would do stuff with Hugh Laurie and Stephen Fry. He'd do these shows.
Oh, yeah,
I love. My wife hates them because they are super dry and kind of boring sometimes. But I love old British comedies. So I like Blackadder. I like Faulty Towers. I like Are You Being Served? Robbie Coltrane was in all those. He did a great British cop show called Cracker for a long time, and he was dynamite in everything. And I guess they said he had been ill for a while, but they never divulged what that was. So yeah, I saw Robbie Coltrane died. Didn't know he was 72, by the way.
Yeah, one more thing. You know, there was a show quite some time ago about a radio show about they played what they call the dead pool.
Okay.
And they would bet on who was going to pass away that week.
Yes.
Do you remember that show?
I mean, I'm familiar with the concept of Deadpool. I don't think I can recall the show you're talking about.
Well, there also, I think there was a movie, wasn't there?
Well, there's a Deadpool movie for sure, yeah.
Well, there was the superhero movie, but a long time ago, there was a Clint Eastwood movie called The Deadpool.
Yeah, well, they bet on who was going to pass away, and I think that will be an interesting part segment of somebody's show, maybe.
Well, we'll see. I'll put my nose to the grindstone and see what happens, Steve. Who do you have in your celebrity Deadpool, Steve?
Yeah, don't hurt your nose.
All right. Okay, thank you. There's Steve down there in Akron. Yes, Robbie Coltrane. A lot of Harry Potter nerds know him as Hagrid from those movies.
Didn't you ever wonder where your mom and dad learned it all?
Learn what?
You're a wizard, Harry.
I'm a what?
A wizard. And a thumping good one, I'd wager, once you trade up a little.
A thumping good one, I'd wager. Now, of course, you might be saying to yourself, Harry Potter, Alan, your show isn't for children. Oh, there's all kinds of adults who love those Harry Potter books.
Well, those
grown adults.
A lot of the people started reading those books when they were still kids.
Yeah, nevertheless.
Mary's sister, who...
A lot of books I read when I was a kid, and then I moved on.
Well, a lot of people don't like to move on.
That is very true. So celebrity death pool, if you think about people who are still around, Robbie Coltrane was 72. He would not have even been on my radar because I didn't know he was ill, and I'm not always thinking about Robbie Coltrane.
My first pick would be Bob Barker.
Bob Barker is a great pick. He's 96?
99.
Oh, he's 99?
I think he's 99.
Oof.
I think he's 99. Because he was trending the other day. Let me see.
I'm also going to say I think Queen Elizabeth is probably going to die pretty soon.
Actually,
I'm sorry.
98.
Never going to guess this.
Bob
well,
Barker.
I'm sorry.
Bob Barker's 98. He'll be 99 in December.
Okay. Tony Bennett is still alive, correct? Isn't Tony Bennett still alive?
Up there. Dick Van Dyke, the guy that we're talking about from the TV guy.
The TV guy.
He made a bunch of
Norman
TV shows.
Lear.
Norman Lear.
Yeah.
Mel Brooks. That's
Mel
a good
Brooks
one.
is still alive, sure. What about Vladimir Putin? Right, that guy.
Vladimir Putin.
Right, that's how Steven Seagal likes to talk about his pal.
Vladimir Putin.
I bet on Steven Seagal before.
Before Putin.
Vladimir Putin.
Steven Seagal's a big fella right now, and he's 70 years old.
A lot of people in their 90s.
I think Steven Seagal's 70.
Is he really?
Yeah.
All right, well.
Vladimir Putin.
He's still rocking that completely natural jet black goatee and ponytail, so that's good.
70 years old, yep.
I mean, Sidney Poitier died not long ago. Rupert Murdoch is still alive.
Yeah, that's one.
Bill Cosby is still alive, right? Henry Kissinger, that guy can't die soon enough for my taste. But enough of that. You want to do some Pound Cake rock trivia?
Let's do some rock trivia.
We haven't done this in a while, but we usually do it on Fridays when I remember.
Do you want to go to today?
I want to do today. That's right. Whatever
go so
today
far
is.
back.
Today is Friday, October the 14th in the year 20 and 22.
Landed right on it. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, a Metallica question.
Hey.
All right. So Metallica launched a crusade against Napster after getting pissed about the leak of which song? And it's A, B, C, D, or E. All right.
Let me answer before you because you're gonna probably know this more than I am. So I don't want to pre one because you answer first, Alan.
Yeah, I don't know that I'll know this. I
All right,
remember them getting all litigious about Napster, but
Okay. Well, A is The Unforgiven. B, the demo version of I Disappear. C, Saint Anger. D, the alternate version of Enter Sandman. And E, a 17-minute Lars Ulrich drum solo.
I'm gonna go with
Ulrich.
Yeah.
You're gonna
go
say
Saint Anger.
Well, Saint Anger, Napster predates Saint Anger by a lot.
Okay, then you know what? What was the first one?
The Unforgiven.
I'm gonna go with that then.
I'm going to go with I Disappear. They did that specifically for Mission Impossible. And, I'm going to go with I Disappear.
Alan, you're right. It's the demo version of I Disappear.
There you go.
He knows his stuff.
That's when. Okay, so give me the Weekend one, too.
Okay. So The Weeknd, which line of John Wayne dialogue inspired a Buddy Holly hit? A, B, C, or D?
Oof. Okay.
And then A, Maybe Baby. B, That'll Be the Day. C, Rave On. Or D, Peggy Sue Got Married.
I mean, did John Wayne ever say rave on in his
Did he ever
westerns?
say Peggy Sue Got Married? It's
Peggy
like
Sue Got Married, Pilgrim.
I'm gonna go with that one because
I'm going to go with That'll Be the Day.
Damn it, Alan, you got it again.
Oh, there you go. All right. Beautiful. How you like that? Nailed it. Who else is going to get Metallica and
Buddy Holly?
A Buddy Holly.
Draw your sword!
I don't want that. I want this.
There's even,
Right. What?
There's even a question for Mary on here because it's a Backstreet song.
Let's do this one. Or do you want to say that one for when Mary's here?
I mean, you can do it. I don't know the Backstreet Boys. I know nothing about the Backstreet Boys.
The only thing I know
this
about
is
the
Monday's
Backstreet
question.
Boys is that they never had a #1 hit. And I like bringing that up because it bothers Mary.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, well then this would be a good one for you. This is actually Monday's. Which is not a question proposed in the chorus of the Backstreet Boys 1997 hit, Everybody. Backstreet's back, question mark. A, B, C, or D. A, am I original? I can't say what I was singing. B, am I the only one? C, am I sexual? D, am I in control?
D.
I'm going to say D.
Correct. Look at you guys and your Backstreet Boys.
You know how I like to get the D, Poundcake.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what?
606.
Jimmy Carter is also on somebody's
that's a
celebrity
good
death
one,
pool
yeah.
as well.
Man, he's still
Man,
kicking.
I'll put any former president except for
Trump.
No, Bush and because Trump
will live forever.
He
I don't
won't.
think yes, he will.
He's
He
in
will be here
fantastic
forever.
shape. He's in the best shape of any
I mean,
American
I put
president
Biden
ever.
on there right now. Too.
Yeah, of course. They're all old. I
They're
mean,
so
yeah.
old.
But I
Yeah.
think Trump will
How old
outlive
is
all of
George W. Bush?
I don't know.
He's gotta be 70.
I'd have to Google it. George W. Bush is 76 years old.
Okay, yeah.
Just turned 76 this summer. So, yeah, they're all old.
Mm-hmm.
You
But
know.
Jimmy Carter, that's a good
Biden's
one.
going to
He's
be 80 next
95,
month.
right?
What's that?
Jimmy Carter's like 95, 96.
Yeah, he's up there.
Biden's going to be 80 next month?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
They're all old. I mean, it's
next month.
We have as poorly as we treat old people in this country, they're hell-bent on running it.
Biscuit head Biden. Good for him. 80 years old. Some people will never see that.
Alan, my bestie, bought tickets for herself and her 3 daughters to go to that When We Were Young festival next year. And just the 4 tickets cost over $2,500.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's the flights, there's the hotel, but you can book those later.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get those tickets.
Yes, there's big money in nostalgia, man.
Well, I also think they probably got them from a third-party seller, too.
I thought,
they scoop them all up, and then they spit them back out to you at 4 times the price.
They had been going over, there were so many memes and so many, fake pictures of this festival before festival. So much so that they actually created one because they had one. I was like, there's no way there's that many people on this roster that I know. And I'm not even a huge punk rock fan, but I remember when I was in high school, that was the fad at the time. So I got on it. But
it's a good way to gauge public interest if there's something that starts as a meme.
But I was like, this is a $20 million roster. Every band was a huge name. I'm like, they're not going to be able to afford that.
I think if you do a festival, you take way less money because you're doing way smaller sets. I mean, even a headlining set at Lollapalooza,
and you don't
you're
have
maybe
all the
playing
fees.
45 minutes.
You don't have all the setup that you normally have with your show.
Yeah, you don't have your road crew and all
it was
that.
just the fact that I knew every single person on that, and I was like, "There's no way." But the one that I know right now, My Chemical Romance, Paramore, that makes sense as a headliner. But AFI, I know just because of the Miss Murder song, Dashboard Confessional,
and we gave away tickets all week.
And yes. And I know the little ones, Pierce the Veil. I think I met them on the red carpet before.
All right, sir. Oh, look, we've already gotten. Oh, it was so short today because of that Guardians game, so I'm happy for a win. But do you want to start the weekend for everyone?
Let's start the weekend.
There we go. All right, the Bill Squire Friday Get Down is brought to you by Cleveland Whiskey. It is in honor of the late, great Murray Saul here at WMMS, and it is how we begin the weekend. Take it away, William.
It's Friday! You got to get down on Friday. Get yourself some Cleveland whiskey. Watch some Guardians baseball. They keep on winning. They're going to chuck those balls and throw some strikes. Ball chaka, ball chaka, ball chaka. It's Friday!
There it is, the Bill Squire Friday Get Down in short order, brought to you by Cleveland Whiskey. You know that Christmas bourbon is on sale now.
Nice,
yeah?
Nice.
You all right over there?
Yeah, we had an audience. Some people stopped and watched
there
us
you
do
go.
it, so that's pretty cool.
Being in the fishbowl.
Yeah.
Cleveland Whiskey Christmas Bourbon. It's on shelves now, and when it's gone, it's gone. So for people who want to get it early. There's Cleveland-themed guitars on there. There's a whole bit. So it's great stuff. Suitable for any holiday, quite frankly. Go to clevelandwhiskey.com to find out where you can get it.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7
WMMS.
This Buzzard Weekend is brought to you by Duncan and Foundry Social.
Your afternoon drive is brought to you by the Ken Ganley Auto Group, Ohio's #1 automotive retailer.
For people in Cleveland looking to buy a home, Bank of America is right here. We're here for business owners thinking about their next move and for students looking to build their emergency savings. Whatever your goals, Bank of America is